What's going on, everybody? Jonathan Garza here. It's Monday, and we took another L. It was a rough day. I really felt like Patrick Mahomes out there yesterday, running for his life, trying to force some things, trying to make anything happen. That was me with my trades. And that said, congratulations, Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on winning Super Bowl 55. But before we get to the charts, I want to bring up a disclaimer. If this is your first time on the channel, my name is Jonathan. I am no master. I'm a student, probably like you. I hope that I can teach you something through my mistakes. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. And if you are interested in getting into day trading, I have a link to my Webull referral in the description. With that and a $100 deposit, you get 4 free stocks. You can do whatever you want with them. You could sell them just to get free money. Whatever it be. Typically takes about a month to get delivered. But let's look at some charts and have a look at how today went in the market.
3 positions. It's been uneasy all night. JPP coming after him. Able to shake him up. He's coming back. Almost got him again.
All right, so that's how my day felt. I felt like I was just roughed up and my tools were there, but I wasn't using them to the best of my ability. And well, you'll see here in my journal, I highlight the day's trades, which were these 7, and I went 1 and 6. And you'll notice here, this trade in particular was 2.5 hours. But hey, another day. Another thing I want to show you here on my journal, I went ahead and I added statistics for 20 trade blocks. So my first block I went 11 and 9. Second block I'm 2 and 6 right now. And that has every bit to do with what happened today. So we're going to try to consolidate these videos and shorten them from the 25 to 45 minutes we've been outputting to about 10 to 15 minutes. Make this a little quicker and get right to the point. So today, introduce some new arrows for you guys. I started off with REI. I like that it had a slight Vwap Squeeze at open. And it broke out real quick. And it looked good. I hit my second profit target level. But I thought I wanted to go higher. And it's at this point I start thinking to myself that I need to approach this like a baseball player. I can do a 101 trade, risk 10 cents, make 10 cents. That's a single. Could have been a quick $10 and I'm out. I made 7 trades today. $10 a trade be $70. Would I be okay with that? Absolutely. A 2-to-1 trade, a double. 3-to-1 trade, a triple. And a 4-to-1 trade, a home run. A triple's pretty hard to hit in baseball. Home run may not be as hard to hit, but in terms of stocks, we're going to go with that. So I may take my statistics in terms of a baseball player and see what happens over the course of a year. I think that would be fun. This is a little wider, so I'm going to go ahead and focus here on the 2-minute chart. And you'll see I really like Vwap Squeeze. Love it. The thing here about Vwap Squeeze is you'll see my open here at 371 and it touched it quickly, but I was out at 361. Now this chart, I didn't screenshot this completely, so you're not going to see where I was stopped out here, but it failed. And let's go to Webull and let's open up SENS, SENS, 372. So it finished a little higher. I was in at 719, so that's 10:19 exchange time. So if we go back to our image, you'll see we had a high of 370. It's about right there. And I got in once more at 719. So I touched about right here. And I ended up hitting this dip. And I stopped out at 361, I'm sorry. And it was a loss, you know. Could I have gone by my mentality to just take a single? Well, 378 says no. This would have been a loss regardless. Okay, we followed our rules. You know. It looked like a good trade, so essentially we got chased here. And then comes NXTD. So this was the pest of the day. Mahomes took 3 sacks yesterday. I got in on NXTD 3 times. And you'll see my lines here. You know, I thought that I saw a flag trending upward, a bullish flag. It was over the VWAP. I got in here. So roughly about 178. And it failed. And I'll fast forward a little. And I got in again at 182. Still trusting these lines, thinking it's going to happen. We trust our rule set. And I even made some lines here. Lines of resistance, thinking it breaks this point, we're going to get our money back. It failed again. And then I got this notification when I tried to get in on 97 shares. I'm purchasing 9 shares with unsettled funds. I would receive a good faith violation if I sell these shares before the funds settle, typically 2 trading days. We know that's not happening. So we got 88 shares. And it started to come up. It hit a high of 184, which still wasn't even enough for a single by my description here. And it floundered for a little bit. So you'll see I got in about 1205. I got out about 1255 and it failed 3 times. It just faked out. You know, nothing you could do. You'll see here it fell, broke down a little, and it started to consolidate, and it started to come up, and it started forming a small little pennant here, a small little flag. But then at 184, it crushed and it broke down. And NXTD was the next L. Brings us to PHUN. So PHUN, I got in about 272. I probably, you know, this one I found a little later. And I thought that it could continue to the next level. If I'm being honest here, I should not have gotten into PHUN. I don't see the VWAP going up or being ridden. It's actually pretty far away from the VWAP. If I'm looking at my volume here, I got in here with this small candle. You want to see big candles like this. And then you see this big sell-off candle, and I stopped out at 269, which was high of day entry point. L. Yeah. Learn. And then there was ZOM. And I'm going to refer to the 5-minute chart here because I was in this again for 2.5 hours. And you'll see here, it stepped, and it stepped, and it stepped, and it kept setting up, and I kept getting frustrated because I wanted this thing to break out and it wasn't. But at a point I knew that, one, I was going to break even, but then I was going to make some profit. And I thought, I've had a bad day. I need to make sure that I keep as much profit as possible. So I aggressively set my stop losses. And I got stopped out on this candle right here. But then look what happens. So I was out at 256. That went to 291 at that point. So that's $35 there. give or take, here are my levels. I'm probably at a stop loss. See, if these are 9-cent differences, I'm probably at I'm probably here at 271, maybe 280. But even at 271, it's still $31. That's still $15 I left on the table. We don't want to do that. And let's see how Zon did the rest of the day. And it finished off at 270 and it crashed down to 253. So you'll see this journey took it to 291. It fell off. And it tried to regain some steam. Got back up to 286. But then the sell-off happened. People are not holding past the end of day. Went down to 257. It climbed back to 270, but it's down to 253 aftermarket. So, again, and I'll play that clip in a second, when Mahomes made his pass and it was tipped and picked off by Tampa. That's what this felt like, because this was the last trade I was in on the day. Had I lost again, it would have been a $70 loss. I could have mitigated it down to just a $60 loss, but I made $15 here. So it's a $45 loss today. But I've got the momentum going into tomorrow. So to give another explanation of how this felt, here's one Patrick Mahomes.
Did that this year, and this culture's changed forever.
Here comes Mahomes. Trying to find the end zone, and no! How about that? One last indignity. And when the Super Bowl ended, the ball would be in the hands of Tom Brady.
I don't know why we ever think it won't.
Wall Street is the GOAT. Tom Brady wins 7 championships, most in NFL history. Wall Street is undefeated. Sure, the market's crashed, but it's recovered. It'll never go anywhere. If it's up, it's going to come back down, and vice versa. So I want to leave you guys with a little mantra that I've wrote up before today's trading session. So, I'm reading a book called How to Think Fast and Slow. And in that book, today's lesson talked about priming your mindset using words. The example was this group of scientists were asked to describe the state of Florida. And you think of Florida and you think of a retirement community. You think of elderly, old people. So naturally, those are the words that come out to describe Florida. Now, psychologically, your mindset is thinking about feeble and fragile words, which then translates over to your behavior and your emotions going forward. And it's a temporary thing, but if you prime yourself correctly, that could be all the difference in attitude going forward. It takes a lot to get me to be down. I don't let anything get to me. But positivity, and if I could find words to go and encourage my day, 100%. And I'm sure by now you've been curious to read it on your own, but I'm going to read it out loud. And I've told myself, like a prayer every day before every session, today we will smile, and I smile a lot, and fly high, and make smart trades by following our amazing plan and set of rules on the way to a profitable day. Now let me just go ahead and explain. Smiling is good. If you feel good, you're going to look good. You're going to act good. You're going to soar. You're going to be smarter. You're going to be more confident about what you do. If you exude that confidence, even if you have to fake it a little bit, at some point you're going to start believing it. And a profitable day, I don't care about money. You might be looking for easy money, quick money. It's not about money. It's about living a good life. I did this looking for a way to make some extra cash, but I found a passion instead. So it continues to say, what is your stop loss? What are your profit targets? And I'll tell you, I purposely put those things in there to make sure I did not make the same mistakes as Friday. No more limit orders. They've got to be stop orders. Always put a stop loss. Lost more money today. But it's still nowhere near as bad as what it was on Friday. So, like Patrick Mahomes, I'm still getting started on my journey. He's got some success. I can't doubt that he's on his way to being one of the greats. I don't have much success. I have one $100 day that I'm proud of. But I do have hope for a bright future. And I'm not going to let one bad day keep me down. When I get back up, and what doesn't kill me will only make me stronger. And I hope the same for you guys. So once more, please like the video. Smash the like, subscribe, and notification buttons. And I hope you learned something today. I'm at info@ijonathangarza.com. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm also at iJonathanGarza on Twitter if you want to follow along on there. I talk a lot about sports and sometimes about stocks. But you have a great night. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Hope for the best. And remember, smile, fly high, smart trades, follow the amazing rules, and be profitable. I'm Jonathan Garza. I'll see you tomorrow.